they can't get a cardi. Bitch, when I walk in his son, I smiling like this time when Patrick mentioned it and Marty. Coming in late, all these bitches surprised like I don't got shit to do, bitches, they target.
What's up guys, welcome back to a new video, and today we're going to be discussing death level 125 deck and gear setup for the death school. Now the reason why I'm doing this school of all school is because everyone who's ever done a gear setup for this school for death has always been for legendary or for magus. It's never ever been for level 100 or 100. Actually no, I lied. Nathan the Wiz did a level 120 gear setup like 8 months ago, so of course, you know, that's clearly outdated. So I'm just gonna update you on that because Nathan doesn't do much videos anymore. Now the reason why this is not controversial but kind of strange to do is because for everyone who does get death and gear setups, it's for the good schools. And I'll say playing on death is fucking trash and max. There's no doubt about it. Death sucks literal dick at max. Look at my stats: 122 damage, 56 resist across the board, 38% accuracy, decent critical, decent block, the amazing PS for death. And yet still it's near impossible. And that's not because of spells I don't have or spells I have or whatever. No, it's not that. It's because everyone predicts the Bone Dragon strategy at max. Even if you do 3 Blade Strike and Poison into, I don't know, Wing Sorrow or something, that still doesn't really bring W's. Even if you could get through set shields, even if you get a full on open hit, death has low hits, and you can bring your enemy down to what, like 1,000 health, or take down their health 90%, and they could still come back and wreck the shit out of you because you're death. Your drains do no damage, everyone has high resist to you, and you're just trash. Even if you're good at other schools. I have a balance which is already on the leaderboards in the top 200s right now, and my ice is warlord. It's almost impossible to do death PvP is what I'm trying to say at max. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get into it. First off, you have options, and that's gonna make this a bit more difficult. Let's look. Always use this. Always don't even go for the Crocopatra. Just use this, and I'm not even gonna explain why. You just have resist, critical damage, etc. Right? That's Malistier's robe, by the way. Hat, by the way. This is Malistier's robe. Also, I suggest using this. Do not even bother to go for Rattlebone. Don't go for that. I'm gonna say this once. Only use these boots, and that's all I'm saying for you. Now for once, you have options. This because PS, but also high damage and high critical. But if you want to go for more damage but same amount of PS but much less critical, then I highly suggest Kisma's dagger, because look, 126 damage, that's a good bit. Oh, plus it gives the square socket, which is pretty fucking OP. Let's be real. Only use the Athame from Darkmoor. I won't suggest using the one from Morgant. It's good. It gives it almost everything exact same but more damage, a little less block, little less health, more what's it fees? I mean less in fucking accuracy. No accuracy. It's good, but I highly suggest the Darkmoor blade. Athame, sorry. You have 2 options for this, and I would suggest the Darkmoor own because more resist and more PS, obviously. Or if you want block, then I suggest the Shadow Queen's Grace, which is from Morgant. Only one option. I don't even have to explain. For pets, I would highly suggest going with a ward pet, especially the water to balance, and or you could go with, you know, once it has double resist and a lot of damage, then that's good too, because my damage is still over 100 but my resist is pretty OP. The only downfall with this is if you go up against any other school except what you're set to, you're pretty much screwed in terms that you're missing out on damage and pointless resist. So yeah, and this is usually everything you see what I'm wearing right now is usually the setup I go in with. So yeah, sorry, I just suggest any deck with death critical, a pip, and a socket for triangle. That's all I really suggest, nothing more to it. And let's see what I, oh yeah, deck setup. No, oh wow, that's embarrassing. This is my juju setup. For my deck setup, I'll make this simple because I'm not gonna take these out. I'll make this simple. Only stun blocks, shields, and 2 enchants and 2 hits, blades, traps, at about four sacrifices, 4 feints, and 4 empower, and oh, where is it? And 3 juju, just, and lots of shields and blades, and of course max reshuffles, and you could go in with 4 strikes if anything, or 3 strikes, and just please just going with that. You don't ask why. And on your TC deck, just go in with only, and I mean only, hits. No shields, no blades, 2 TC reshuffles. Do I have? I should. Yeah, 2 TC reshuffles, and only hits. I should have some enchanted. Lots of hits, and when I tell you a lot, lots of hits. Make sure you can pull a hit every time you draw a treasure card, and don't even ask why. Just go in with that, and you'll come out on top. Because trust me, if you can't draw hits when you want as a death, then you're screwed. Because they don't have defense hits. They don't have defense hit spells, like a hit to put on a shield or put on a weakness, except for Wing Sorrow, but that's a shadow pip, so that's an exception. First of all, I'm sorry if this video is a bit wavy. To be fair, don't tell anyone, but I'm a bit tipsy right now, so, and I just decided to record the video, because yeah, and so sorry about that. Kind of was playing Overwatch and kind of fucking, you know, like I said, tipsy, so yeah. But anyway, that's pretty much the video. If you want an like a better like worded out version, like me writing down and reading from cards, then I'm down. Now for the next setup I'm doing, most of you gonna hate me for this, but I'll make it quick. This is for juju setup, by the way. Level 100 or 110 jade hat. Same with you can either go jade roll, but I strongly suggest going with the carnival. What is it? Carnival, evil carnival bundle, some shit like that. You could get a rope from that. I suggest using that, but I don't have that right now. Same with boots, level 110 or 100. They literally almost do not change. And if you can get the wand, no, actually I'm lying. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, I was touching it. This one, lots of outgoing, lots of block. Fucking insane, just amazing. Cosmic Chris, of course. Keep on this, just keep on this because it has high resist. Most people go with the Exalted Life Amulet. It's really pointless. I do not suggest it. I highly suggest this. Then if you have a, let's look at my pet first. My pet has water. I don't use this pet, I'm sorry. Where is it? Sikali with a Mecha Sanctuary, and this is the reason I do not use Life Mastery. Now you see how I don't have Balance Ward on it? That's where this comes in. Alright? That's exactly where this comes in. We don't use, but if you have a pet with Balance Ward but not Mecha Sanctuary, then maybe you can go with the Life Mastery, and you can put on try not to have a fire and Balance Ward on the same pet, because you want to put on either a fire ward, the fire resist ring that you can craft in Chrysalis, or the balance resist ring, which you can also craft in Chrysalis. Pet I just showed you, I said once it has double define and proof and any number of wards, you're good. Deck, same thing as the deck before. In this, you always want to have 2 Cthulhu, and the only reason you want this is if they bring out minions, you know you can fuck up those minions instantly, no questions asked. Trickster, Max Trickster, because when you use Juju and Trickster, you take away backlash and the enemy's pip, and you gain a pip. So you basically can do infinity Jujus once you have Trickster up. And try not to discard them. If you get 3 in hand, then discard them, but don't discard a Trickster once you get it. Shields, I actually would not suggest putting in any set shields apart from just putting tower shields and no set shields. I strongly suggest that, but I have these in because I can't remember why, but I have them in and they're there. Brace, please always have max brace in and 3 fortify. Actually have 4 fortify in, but my pet gives one, so I just took out one. Always have Age of Reckoning for when you summon, where's this guy? Yeah, when you summon max pip animate, put up Age of Reckoning so he has extra PS and the ability to critical. Trust me, it's really helpful. Use a big UI when someone goes into strike, they can't hit, and you win. You basically win once you have that up, because they take a ton of backlash unless they blade, and who knows if they even have that. And of course max sacrifice. I don't think I have max empower in. Put in 6 empower. Put in 6 empower. Max sacrifice, max Juju, obviously, max reshuffle, 1 fairy, and TC deck. Let's see, what am I missing here? Well, I usually have more, but yeah, put in 22 Jujus, 5 sacrifice, 2 sanctuary for like hectic moments. By the way, they make a sanctuary on my pet cast when I do a bad Juju usually. Of course, I have a flowing dryad and 2 of these Sprite Guardian, sorry. And yeah, that's pretty much a setup for Jade Juju at max level. Yes, it's bad, but that's why I put it at the end of the video, so you could have clicked off. If you're still watching, then you clearly want to do it, which is totally fine, because again, death is trash at max. So honestly, just look at my rank right now. This demonic rank 666. Do you know how over 3/4 of these are matches I did offensive? And it's not because I'm bad. You saw my stats and I'm good at PvP, but bruh, I can't. You're death. So yeah guys, that's the video. Again, if you want me to do an actual much better video than this, just tell me in the comments. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a comment, leave a subscription, and until next time guys, fuck off.
Bitch, I be my meat. Give a fuck about what you think. I know all up in my sheets.